Hello, Lunar Light Collective peeps. This is Dominique. Today I'm going to be answering the general question, what are people's reactions to you lately? Okay, let's go ahead and find out. While I was shuffling in all your cards, there was one card that did already fall out in terms of people's reactions to you lately. And we have the way you make people feel is addicting, okay? I really feel like lately people have been wanting to get your validation, vibe for your attention. There's something about you that is very addicting, very magnetizing, very hypnotic, and we're going to tap into what people's reactions to your energy is today, okay? So let's go ahead and start with my all white cards, and then we're going to progress through a series of different decks, okay? What are people's reactions to you lately, okay? You have a beautiful, calming energy. Yeah, I think that people just really enjoy talking to you, speaking with you. People also feel like you're very insightful when they do have conversations with you. I'm picking up that people's reactions to you is that they think that you're highly intelligent. Okay, they could be surprised by your intelligence. They could be surprised by still waters running very deep. You come across as someone who's like very put together and stable, and people are very impressed with the kind of like thoughts that you have. That's what I'm picking up on, the opinions that you have. Yeah, we have you're a natural activist. You're passionate about fighting for others. So you could actually talk to people about like important topics that you care about, and their reaction to that is like, whoa, this person is very passionate. They're a natural activist or someone who really cares about the world. They're very humanitarian. And this is really adds to your beautiful energy and your beautiful aura. People feel like you're a deep person. You're not someone who's like shallow or doesn't have much to offer in a conversation. You're someone who really captures others' attention because of the way you think and the way that you do care about humanity. You also have, they want to approach you, but they're afraid. That's so interesting. So people's reactions to you and your energy is that they want to be closer to you, but they get nervous around how to approach you, or if you would really find them attractive, if you'd really be interested in them as well. So that is part of their reaction, is that they're intimidated by you. I was actually going to do a reading instead about why your bold aura intimidates and inspires others. And I feel like this is kind of like tying in together. Like you have an energy that is, yeah, beautiful and calm, but it's almost like, again, still waters run deep. People know that you're very deep. They can sense that you're very deep, and they can also sense that you have this quiet confidence about you. And I feel like that is very intimidating. You don't really need the validation of other people. You don't need a lot of people's attention to feel good about yourself. And there's something that is very independent about that, okay? How people react to you. No one else compares to you in their eyes. Do you see what I'm saying? You are really in a league all your own to other people. I feel that a lot of people wish that they could emulate the sort of energy that you bring to the table, the sort of reactions that you get from other people, because when you walk in the room, it's almost like, oh my gosh, who is that person? Or I need to get to know them. Or people already know you. They're walking up to you. They're hugging you. They're like, oh my God, so-and-so is here. I'm so glad that you made it. There's something about you being the person that everyone wants to be close to, okay? What else do we have here? You have a strong work ethic. So that's people's reactions to you as well. They're very impressed by your work ethic. They feel like you're very put together. You do things in a way that is methodical to be able to achieve your goals. And people like the way that you approach work. They like the way that you approach life. The bottom of the deck here, before we move on to another deck, is Leo vibes. Your confidence and warmth are impossible not to notice. So people really appreciate this about you. They feel like you are friendly enough to make anyone feel welcome. You know what I mean? Like you are very personable. You're someone that people are easily able to get along with, and they really appreciate that. It does intimidate sometimes people, like your confidence and warmth. It can actually intimidate them because they feel like, am I worthy enough for this kind of person? You know, they have insecurities, things like that. Let's go ahead and look at my other deck. This is my white and yellow deck, all written by me. And we have Destined for Success that came up when I was shuffling in your energy, okay? So again, this is people's reactions to you. They see you and they interact with you and they're like, this person's going somewhere, all right? They can just tell. And you have like this sort of positivity that is very persistent. Like people feel like because you are someone who is generally optimistic, you're pretty methodical, logical, and are able to push forward in life. Like they see all these things in you quite quickly. They realize that you're destined for some sort of success. I'm also picking up that your skill or area of profession can be like very impressive. So people are, reacting to that, and they're like, this person is obviously destined to do very well in life, okay? Let's see what else, okay? What are people's reactions to my YouTube collective viewers? We have self-love, self-aware, priorities, and boundaries. So people instantly recognize you're someone who loves themselves. Okay. And I feel like you actually inspire other people to see the good in themselves too. Like if someone's putting themselves down or being like overly humble, you'll actually hype them up and remind them what makes them so great or why they are very worthy and special. And you inspire self-love in other people. I think that you are a natural leader. Okay. A natural influencer, you can put it that way. You influence other people to love themselves, and people can just sense it all over you that you love yourself. Okay. What's up? I'm having dreams about you, and on the back it says, "I can see myself with you long term." So their reaction is that they can see themselves being a part of your life. They can see themselves, being a part of your future. Like this is somebody who we meet them and they want to be friends with you. They want to date you. Like they just want you to be part of their life. They feel like you would fit in naturally with their life. That's their reaction to you, is like, oh, like we could be friends, like we could be close together. All right, what are people's reactions to you lately? I'm committed to making this work. So people who are around you, they really want your connection to work out. I feel like specifically friends want to get closer to you these days. They want to be around you. I feel like a lot of people are actually thinking about you behind the scenes that you may not really think about, like you wouldn't anticipate this. You also have changes, storm clouds, shakeup, falling apart, and rainbow. This is interesting because I feel like people's reactions to you are changing as opposed to how they used to be. Okay, like people used to kind of see you in a little bit of a different light. And I feel like a lot of this is changing lately, it's shifting. And it's because you have shifted as well. Like you could have gone through a major change in your life or had a really big epiphany or just come into like more self-love, better boundaries, better priorities. And because of that, people are reacting to you a lot differently these days than they did in the past. Okay, like their perception of you is also shifting, which is really interesting. And it's making you seem more appealing to a lot of people as well. Okay, what are people's reactions to you lately? We have badass, bad boy or girl, dangerous and hot. Okay, this is interesting, coming out with like the beautiful calming aura. I feel like these actually go quite well together because you see a lot of badass people are extremely like calm, put together, and they have that sort of quiet confidence that we talked about. You're coming across as someone who is like kind of badass, very put together, knows themselves, and this is what makes you kind of like a bad boy or girl. Some of you guys could have like an occasional style that's like a little bit edgy, then you could incorporate edgy elements like leather or metal into your style, okay, in your personal fashion, and people think that you look kind of badass. Okay. That's what I'm picking up on. Or your hobbies, like something about your hobbies can make you seem very badass. Okay, it depends on what you do. Like maybe you ride motorcycles or maybe you do martial arts. Like something about you, people are like, ooh, like that is kind of edgy. Okay. Okay, so people's reactions to you. We also have I'm scared. Okay, I'm telling you, there's something about people being intimidated by your vibe because you are so, so you're so badass, you're so put together, you're so you're so successful. Like people just feel like, ooh, like am I really worthy to be around someone like this? There's multiple reactions, right? And so that's what we're picking up on. On the back it says hot and cold, playing mind games, bad communicator, and unserious. I feel like mostly people who are not really in your league in terms of maturity, they're the people who will get scared to talk to you because they can sense that you won't take their BS. Does that make sense? Like you actually repel a lot of people who aren't meant to be in your life, which is fabulous, because they just feel like they wouldn't stand a chance. You know what I mean? And then the right people, I kept getting this soulmate card. The right people are very drawn to you. The right people who are very genuine and kind and have good intentions for you, they're naturally drawn to you, and you tend to repel people who are not going to be best for you, okay? We also have it's time to move forward. So people's reactions to you, I'm getting a more intuitive message here, is that people can tell that you're someone who is constantly moving forward in life, okay? They understand that you're constantly on the go in some regard. Like you're always chasing after your goals, always chasing after the best version of yourself, okay? This one also wanted to come out here. I can feel your energy. I'm thinking about you. And on the back, it says, I need to explore all my possibilities right now. I think people can feel your energy and see that you're someone who is very exploratory, okay? That you're always trying to move forward. You're always trying to elevate in some regard. I think this also intimidates people, but they can sense that about you. They can sense that you are somebody who is not stagnant and you strive to always elevate. So yeah, guys, that is people's reactions towards you lately. What did you think of today's reading? I would love to hear from you, and I'll talk to you in the next one.